With the rodeo taking over the United Center, the Chicago Bulls look to become road warriors against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. As they're walking triple-double, Josh Giddey, Coby White following behind them as the squad aims for their second straight win in the last three games and days against their division rivals. Bulls Countdown Live starts right now on Chicago Sports Network. What's up, everyone? Welcome into Bulls Countdown Live, presented by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be. Happy Friday night, everyone. We appreciate you tapping in with us. Cam Smith with my teammate, 15-year NBA pro, the one and only Kendall Gill, as we saw the tunnel walks, the fits, KG, and we were saying just because it's expensive doesn't mean it looks good.
As my great-grandfather used to say, son, everything that shine ain't gold. Okay? Guys, get some suits. That's what I want.
I mean, you're modeling what they should have on right now, KG.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the way that it used to be back in the day when we had a dress code.
Yeah.
But now, a little bit more lax, but, hopefully one day it will come all the way back around full circle.
I'm just thinking that you and your Silver Fox Squad members can come in and just do a suit tutorial for this entire team.
We could do it, and,
Okay.
and we do makeovers, guys. So, if you guys want to spend a little bit of that NBA money, just pay the Silver Fox Squad. We'll get you right.
There you go. All right. Speaking of getting right, the Bulls got themselves right after Wednesday night's win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, it was impactful for a number of different reasons, but especially when you look at the numbers. So let's dive into the numbers for that win, because they're facing off again against this Cavaliers team for the second time in the last 3 days. And not only was it refreshing, KG, but we saw the Bulls resemble the team that began the season. You see the numbers. They're equal or better when you compare them, and especially to that 5-0 run to start the year. So looking at these numbers, what really stands out to you? What are you most proud of what we've seen from this Bulls team?
The 35-plus assists, because what that allows the Bulls to do is have multiple guys in double figures. You have, most of the time, 7 guys in double figures. Coby White, Nikola Vucevic, Josh Giddey, all 20-plus. Then you have the rest of the guys that fill in with maybe 10, 12, 13, 14 points here and there. But the bottom line is that the bench is able to get you 40 to 45 points per game, which is great, which enables this Bulls bench to be number one in the league.
Yeah, we saw Trey Jones, one of the reasons why the Bulls were able to be so successful in scoring the basketball. 11 points, 11 assists, and 3 steals off of the bench. So they just do it in unity, as a community, as a band of brothers, really. And that's what you want to see. And that's where we're trying to hope to see tonight, because it's the consistency part that we're thinking about with this Bulls team. Another opportunity tonight against this Cavaliers group. So how do they try to make sure that they're consistent with those areas, especially assists?
This is psychological. Okay, because this has to be a growth game. All season long, the Bulls have lost to teams that have their major players out. We go back to the Detroit Pistons when they had all of their guys out. When we can name several games when this has happened, when the Bulls are expected to win, and they didn't capitalize off of the injuries that the other team brought to the game. Now, you have Donovan Mitchell out. You have Evan Mobley out. You got to go and win this game,
Come on
okay?
now.
This is going to show growth in whether we've gotten over that hurdle or not. Hopefully they have.
And also, this is the first time where the Bulls will have their entire roster intact, with the exception of Noah Essingay, the rookie for the Bulls, out with the shoulder injury, and he's out for the season, going to get shoulder surgery there. But when you look at the guys in the starting lineup, off the rotation and the bench for Billy Donovan, everyone's healthy. We'll get into more of that with Casey Johnson when he gets here. But one of the guys that has been consistent all season long for this Bulls team, Josh Giddey. We saw him walking in with the fit of all fits. I mean, I'm gonna start calling him Neo, KG, when he wears the black shades now.
I got another name for it, too.
What you got?
Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, all right.
He walked in there like it's Cool Hand Luke.
All right, there we go. We're going to continue workshopping these nicknames for Josh Giddey. We can have a plethora of them for him, but he found himself leading the charge for the Bulls, notching his 6th triple-double of the season and his 24th of his career Wednesday night, and that helped him move past the great Walt Frazier for 22nd on the NBA's all-time triple-double list. Now, Walt Frazier, Southern Illinois Saluki great, so shout out to my Salukis out there. But KG, how has he proven himself to be a star on this team? One, in that aspect, but then also, two, a follow-up for that question is, when you look at him and how he's grown offensively shooting the basketball, what's the next step do you see for Josh?
The next step for Josh is, one, to get better defensively, and he's a lot better than he was last year, because we can remember times when the Bulls were in Cleveland, this same very team that they played. Billy had to take Josh out of the game because Cleveland was hunting him on the offensive end. Also, too, He's got to understand how to take care of the basketball in key situations.
Yeah.
That's the next evolution of his game, because sometimes Josh has a tendency to be loose with the basketball and turn it over in crucial situations. If he can tighten that part up of his game, now he goes to another level.
Look, we're going to play a little hypothetical right now. Now, I'm not a rich guy, KG, but if I had $100 to give you, would you put it on Josh Giddey to get a triple-double tonight? He has 6 on the season so far through 26 games.
Not a bad bet.
Yeah? Okay.
Not a bad bet. I mean, I think that's a pretty good bet considering that he's flirting with a triple-double most of the time by halftime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think that I would go with that.
Hey, man, the man is averaging 29 and 8 on the season. As I mentioned, got a 6 triple-double on the year this past Wednesday against the Cavaliers. He has 7 total last season, so he's already getting ready to break past what he total in triple-doubles last year for this Bulls team. Now, he also got some payback on one Thomas Bryant on Wednesday night. And so I think he was playing James Brown's big payback on his block attempt, on his dunk attempt, by Thomas Bryant. And Giddey, it was a clean block, KG. Thomas Bryant crying for the foul, no foul there. But we rewind it back to November 8th in Cleveland when Josh twisted his ankle off that DeAndre Hunter crossover. And Thomas Bryant, during the timeout, mocking Giddey, being extra, falling on the ground. And we talked about basketball karma when we were with everybody on Wednesday, KG. Now, Giddey said that he wasn't really thinking about revenge with Thomas Bryant after Wednesday night's win. So he said it didn't cross his mind during that block play. But do you believe him, KG?
No, I don't believe him. Okay, because revenge is a dish best eaten cold.
Yes, yes,
okay?
yes.
And what Thomas Bryant did was unnecessary. Hey, listen, man, you're a grown man. All right, okay, you can celebrate your teammate making a great move, but this was all the way too extra for me. And then on top of that, Josh Giddey was injured as well. So, sometimes you got to act like you've been there before. Show some class.
Yeah, and also Thomas Bryant is a guy that has been well-traveled in his NBA career, very extensive NBA career, NBA champion as well, was in the finals last year with the Indiana Pacers too. So he knows better. He's not in his first or second year
of the league.
Rodeo. Yeah, not at all. Not at all, KG. All right, now the highlights of all highlights from Wednesday night's win against the Cavaliers was gifted to us by Isaac Okoro, who was mic'd up for our spotlight game. And I'm just going to give you guys some clear directions here. Please turn the volume on your televisions down. Trust me.
Come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Christmas to you, baby.
I was going to say listening is a skill, but hopefully everybody can still listen after Isaac did his best Mariah Carey impersonation there with All I Want for Christmas. Trying to hit that falsetto, KG.
Can't do it, man.
No.
Can't do it. Stick to basketball and singing in the shower.
Yeah.
That's where Isaac should stay with his singing. Okay, as long as he can do that, he's fine.
Now the Bulls social media team took videos of the guys when they were getting on the plane to head to Cleveland for tonight's game and was asking each player, what their favorite Christmas song was, and a lot of people chose Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas just because of Ice singing.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know if it was seriously, but maybe joking around with Ice.
Probably joking around. What's your favorite Christmas song?
I gotta go. I'm always stuck between Donny Hathaway's This Christmas and Boyz II Men, Let It Snow.
Okay.
Those two always go back and forth with me.
Okay, mine is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire by Nat King Cole.
That's a classic.
Classic. I know it word for word.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
But I'm not going to sing.
We're not doing that.
No,
we're not trying to go viral
not
like Isaac Okoro. Not trying to do this. Maybe we get a playlist going. All right, let's take our first break here on Bulls Countdown Live. And coming up, our guy, Bulls insider Casey Johnson, will give us more insight into this matchup between the Bulls and Cavs in Cleveland. He'll join us with that. And there are questions regarding injuries on this roster, and Casey, has the answers. But first, CHSN is giving away a pair of 100-level tickets as the Bulls take on the Dallas Mavericks January 10th with its season of streaming sweepstakes. Visit chsn.com/sweeps to secure your entry today when you sign up for a new CHSN subscription and enter online through December 23rd. 'Tis the season to be streaming Bulls basketball on CHSN.
Oh, yeah. We got to play this one. TT. Shout out TT. Nah, B.
I love playing in Phoenix.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. Yeah, your legs be warm.
Legs warm.
Hey, you already know. You wake up a lot easier, don't you?
Legs are warm. Oh, you don't have to worry about that tendonitis.
Oh, you get to the gym, got that little sweat before you get on the court because of the condition, the heat and everything.
Oh, man.
It was perfect.
Look at Pete. Man.
With this one, I remember going up, not for this one, but it was games prior to this, like my rookie year, I'm going up to like I'm doing like high layups. And somebody said to me, like, bro, you gonna just turn it open and just start dunking? And I didn't think that was a thing, like, or I didn't think that it would change the mindset of people or bigs once I go in the lane. But after I made that first dunk, I think over Barbosa, once again it was Phoenix. It was in Chicago, made the dunk. It was here. It opened up the lane for me. And once it opened up the lane, that's when I knew I had moments like this where I'm like, all right, I thought he wasn't going to jump right here. But you got some players, he was young, and the coach on his ass telling him to play hard, and he just jumped, and he made the moment. So, like, yeah, it was perfect for me, though.
I saw him not long ago in Miami.
And people bring that up. People always bring that up to him. And he talks about it every time, like, cool, like he don't hesitate at anything. Like, I was a part of it, this and that, and I respect him for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't shy from it.
At all.
He was talking about it, like, not that long ago either.
Seriously?
Yeah, I saw him, I was doing a podcast, and he was there. And he was like, yeah, man, I still remember that dunk, man. I still remember that dunk from D-Rose, man. Oh, so annoying.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So I was always prepping myself for moments like this. I didn't choose this shit. It chose me, man.
Let's get it. Let's go. So bad, yeah, let's get it. Stay right now. Let's go. Body, yada, yada. Body, yada, yada. Hey, hey, hey. Well, hello. How are you? Now watch me well. Hey, hey. Now watch me well.
All right, for a full picture of what's going on in Cleveland, let's bring in our Bulls insider, Casey Johnson, presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Casey joining us in Rocket Arena in Cleveland for this Bulls-Cavs game. And Casey, we've been watching a few injuries the past 48 hours, especially when it comes to this Bulls guard group. So what's the latest when it comes to one Ayo Dosunmu, but then also Trey Jones for Billy Donovan's attack?
Yeah, Cam, good news if you're a Bulls fan. Both Ayo Dosunmu and Trey Jones are available tonight. They'll be on about 24-minute restriction. But look, with Noah Senge's obviously out, but other than him, this is the first time all season, guys, where everybody is available. Now, certain players are on minutes restriction, but the Bulls have almost their full complement of players. Obviously, Noah was not in the rotation anyway, so there's really no excuse for the Bulls not to play well tonight. And I know that Trey Jones is trying to build up that strong game he had the other night against this same Cavaliers team.
Casey, speaking of guards, one of the best in the league, Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell is out with an illness tonight. What does this mean for the Bulls' backcourt?
Well, I think it means the most for Isaac Okoro because he was the one chasing him around and going off screens the other night at the United Center. So obviously he's always on the best defending player. But again, I bring up the fact that this is an opportunity for the Bulls because they're full strength. The Cavaliers are already without Evan Mobley. And now Donovan Mitchell, that's a significant loss. I mean, you're talking about one of the elite scorers in the NBA. You know, with Ayo on that minutes restriction, with Trey on that minutes restriction, they still have to obviously be on point defensively, but they obviously don't have the Herculean task of trying to slow that guy. So maybe that gives them a little bit more energy at the offensive end.
Okay, you know this, man. Donovan Mitchell in or out, the mentality still has to stay the same for this Bulls team.
And this is where the Bulls need to grow. This is what I said, Casey, all season long. When the Bulls face teams that have their stars out, they normally lose. So this is an opportunity for them now to get over this hurdle.
Yeah, and you're going to probably see, you know, that double big lineup that we saw the other night. You'll probably see some zone that we saw the other night. Billy Donovan pregame tonight talked about how he liked the fact that Jalen Smith and Zach Collins are both available. It gives them more room to experiment with their big man rotation. And Nikola Vucevic's rotation was changed last game. You know, when he came off the court earlier for Zach Collins, And, you know, with Zach and Jalen out there, you've got a little bit more defensive versatility, a little bit more defensive energy. And, you know, with the full complement of players, this is going to allow Billy Donovan and his coaching staff to do a little bit more mixing and matching and try a few more things. And that double big lineup is one of them.
All right, KC, when you look at the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, they announced their list of eligible nominees earlier today, and we had a familiar name on that list that played with this Bulls franchise, and one Jamal Crawford. He made the cut. So what do you remember most about Jamal's time in that Bulls uniform, and one also the impact that he had on the franchise? We're seeing some of those classic Jamal Crawford highlights on our screen now.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamal was actually one of my favorite guys I've ever covered. He and I still stay in touch pretty regularly. Great dude. Very few guys I've met in this business who like to play basketball as much as Jamal. That dude would like sleep with a basketball when he was a teenager. And you know, he came to the Bulls as a teenager. He's 19 years old when he came to the Bulls. He'd go looking for pickup games in the offseason. He'd always have a basketball in the trunk of his car. I did a feature story on him once. He was living up in Evanston. I went up there. He had like 4 basketballs in the trunk of his car. So that guy is a bona fide hooper. He just loves to play basketball. Obviously was very young when he was with the Bulls, but had a very good year, led to that sign and trade with the Knicks. And then, you know, obviously went on to much greater acclaim elsewhere, winning Sixth Man of the Year 3 times and really becoming one of the best 6 men in league history. So he's got a chance, if not this time, certainly another time in the future.
KG, you've seen a lot of dudes score the basketball, but how many dudes have you seen as creative as Jamal Crawford scoring that ball?
Not very many. I mean, Jamal was very tricky with the basketball and, of course, had handles. Probably better than most of the league, which gathered him popularity around the league. And I'm just glad to see him getting recognized. Jamal was my rookie when I came here to the Chicago Bulls, so I'm very happy for him.
All right, you still giving out rookie duties for Jamal now, man?
Jamal and Kirk Heinrich. If I ever see him, they still got to bring me my sandwiches.
All right, KC, we appreciate you tapping in with us on Bulls Countdown Live. Looking forward to your notes and all your tweets during the game.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go into our Xfinity must-see matchup presented by Xfinity in honor of Jamal Crawford's 3 6 Man of the Year awards. We are focused on the 6 men for the Bulls and the Cavs tonight. We got Ayo Dosunmu on one side, DeAndre Hunter on the other, and you see the stats on your screen. Similar when you compare the two, but KG, when you look at these stats, who has the bigger spark and who can provide the bigger spark for their respective
Well, you look at those two last statistics right there at the end. 52% from Ayo field goal percentage and 47, almost 48% from beyond the arc. So Ayo sticks out big time. If the Bulls are playing 500 basketball right now or better, Ayo Dosunmu is being talked about as 6 Man of the Year already. And guess what? They may get there. I mean, they're fully back now from injury. All of their guys are back. So now, if the Bulls can get on the run here, I think that Ayo is mentioned 6 Man of the Year. I also think that Josh Giddey makes the All-Star team. If they can get to 500 or beyond that, by All-Star break.
I'm with you, KG, 100% on both of those points with Ayo and also Josh Giddey. When you look at today's NBA, when it comes to the conversation of the 6 men, obviously load management is part of this, but also teams going deeper with their bench and their rotations, maybe 9, 10, or even sometimes 11 deep. So is the 6 man still relevant in today's game?
Oh, yeah, I believe so. It's relevant. I mean, you look at what's happening here in Chicago with Ayo Dosunmu. He's the first guy off of the bench, and you look at his numbers. You look at the effect that he has when the Bulls put him in the game and how he changes everything, not only on the offensive end, but defensively as well. You can put Ayo on anybody from 1 through 3, and he will do a great job. That's why he's so valuable. That's why I think he's one of the best guys that's coming off of the bench in this league.
Such a luxury to have a guard and a player like Ayo Dosunmu coming off of your bench to help you on both ends of the floor. That's why Ayo's having one of his best careers, if not best seasons, I should say, of his career so far. All right, we're going to take another break here on Bulls Countdown Live. Look, Coby White is looking to do his part offensively for the Bulls once again. KG and I will dissect the numbers from a betting perspective. We got that and more coming up.
Johnny dribbled too much.
Countdown Live, Surprised he don't have the gloves on. No, he don't have the gloves on? No.
No, he doesn't need it. He's got heat on right now.
So look, we by far have a better. We got a better team. Stay warm. As soon as you get up there, I need y'all to be ready. And his shots, no pressure. at the end of the game, it's a fun game, but if I lose to lethal shooter, I'm gonna be highly upset. So we cannot lose to him, bro. We cannot lose to him. We're gonna win on defense, realistically, bro. We know who their players are that's gonna put up all the shots. Just clamp him down. He's probably, yeah. Well, it's gonna be Marcellus, Chris, Bree. Who did I say, chat? I said Ty and Cam. Yeah, and then we'll figure out the rest of the lineup as time goes on. All right, win on me, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win! Look, man, at the end of the day, man, it's a coaching thing, bro. You gotta take responsibility.
Yeah, coach.
Feel me? But you're up right now. You're up 5.
It doesn't matter. I love the way you coach it. I love the way you coach it.
Yeah, I'm getting in their ears. I'm getting in their ears. I'm giving them little side missions right now. Are you? How's your coaching going? You like?
It's going good. It's just they're not focused on it to be focused. I need a certain type of. I'm a content creator. I'm a real trainer.
Yeah.
So at first I was trying to be cool, but then the real lethal shooter.
No, I heard you say, and I quote, "Make the person next to you better."
Yes.
I was telling my team. No, I was listening. I was telling my team, hey, throw that ball up. Shoot that ball.
Oh man.
We're giving opposite advice over here. Just go out there and have fun, man. Like, if I don't see you pull up from half court one time, bro, I'm gonna be upset.
Coach, this is my first shot of the game.
Tonight's game officials assigned by the NBA. Trey Maddox, Ray Acosta, and Fantasy Ransom. Fans, please be aware that laser strobes, pyrotechnics, and haze will be used during tonight's player introductions. If you fans of the Cavaliers happens here at Rocket Arena, you receive a free small frosty from participating Wendy's.
Welcome back to Bulls Countdown Live. It's time to get into our Sucker Sports Betting Corner. Sports betting the way it should be. And we're focused in on Coby White. There he is. Dribble too much, working on those handles to make sure they're tight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Points prop is set at 21.5 tonight for Coby. Now, he led the Bulls with 25 on Wednesday. KG, what are the chances that we can see Coby get at least 22 points tonight and cover this points prop?
Huge. All of the guys are back. They got in an offensive flow in the previous game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're learning how to play with one another. And let's not forget, Coby came in late, so he was still learning. Everybody's still trying to get his rhythm as well. So I think that Coby White is every game you could possibly plug him in for 22, 23 a game. Okay, especially with the way that the Bulls play with pace and now with Coby starting to get in a rhythm. So yeah, I mean, I'm taking the over on that one.
And with those 25 points that we saw on Wednesday, he was efficient from the field as
Very
well.
efficient.
8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. So now you're starting to see him with the film review and also the extra work, him getting back into the lab to really perfect his shot. And as Billy Donovan said, he has to give himself some grace, Coby does, because he's missed the first 11 games. He's coming back and just trying to really force some things in terms of his shot. But when the shot isn't working, we know that Coby can mix his game up and get buckets other ways by getting to the rim.
Right, and in order to do that, though, you have to trust that your injuries have healed. Okay, because when you push off, that's all calf muscle. And Coby, of course, has had 2 calf strains. And that's the one thing that it looks like he's becoming more and more confident that his body is healthy now. That's why he was able to get to the rim in the previous game with such reckless abandon.
Okay, let's get to our What's on Tap segment presented by Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. And here's what's on tap for the rest of the 2025 calendar year for this Bulls team. 7 games, including tonight against the Cavs, and those are the 7 remaining games left in December. No real heavyweights on the schedule, but you know the Bulls have to take every opponent seriously. All of these opponents are in the middle of the pack when it comes to the conference races. But this is what the Bulls are up against. Despite Wednesday's win, December, it's been a challenge, everybody. You know what I'm talking about. They're a chilly 2-5 since December 1st, and their assist-to-turnover ratio is nowhere near where it was when the team started the season, KG. So when you look at the next 7 games for this Bulls team, what record would make Kendall Gill happy before we turn the clocks to 2026?
All of them. win everything.
7-0.
Okay,
Let's get it.
7-0. But I can live with 5-2, 6-1. Now that the Bulls are whole now, everybody is back from injury, I expect them to have that record now. Because of the way that they started off this season, we all know what the Bulls are capable of. Now, just put everything together and go out and take care of these teams, especially that New Orleans Pelicans team on the 31st.
We got beef with the Pelicans, for sure.
You owe them, okay?
Definitely. Owe them a couple times.
Because they beat you 2 times when they should not have. And, you know, the Bulls, they need to do that in order to get their confidence together.
Yeah, we heard Josh Giddey say Wednesday with Casey Johnson that the win was a step in the right direction for this team. So it's building brick by brick and making sure that they're on the right track. And so hopefully tonight is another step in the right direction. Okay. You know what I say when I get to this point of the show. It's my favorite part of the show. Kendall's keys to victory tonight between the Bulls and the Cavs.
All right, here we go. Let's pull the key out of the cardigan. There we go. All right, guys. First key of the game. We need to guard the three-point line, okay? This Cleveland Cavaliers team, #1 in the league at three-point attempts. They shot 31% in the previous game. They're not going to do that again, okay? They're going to shoot a better percentage. So guard that three-point line. Number 2, bench play. This is the key to the Bulls all season long, in my opinion. The bench had 45 points in the previous game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Need a repeat of that tonight, especially on the road. And the third and final key, we all know it's the house key. Zach gave us this one. Darius Garland. Did you know Darius Garland scores 26 points, win a game when Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell are out of the game?
Okay, that's a nice nugget. Okay.
Yeah, so Zach came up with this key. Darius Garland has to be held under 25 points in order for the Bulls to come away with the victory tonight. I like that key, Zach.
Yeah, Zach going into the lab with that one, man. I don't know if you noticed, Zach had the fresh haircut going into the weekend. I mean, it's going to be 40 degrees tomorrow in Chicago.
Friday night, he's going
Friday night, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you know, he's feeling good for himself. But that was a great, house key for the night for Zach.
It was. Also, bottom line, how long will it take Anthony Joshua to knock out Jake Paul tonight? What round you got?
Look, hopefully it's the first round, so we get that thing over with, man. Please get that thing done.
I got to go in 3. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. He's out of there.
Before we throw it over to the guys in Cleveland, we want to give a special shout out to Adam Amin. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Adam, the best in the business. Bulls basketball coming up next.
Experience the world's largest.
This cold, huh?
Let's get moving. We're gonna be late.
We're going to the Blackhawks game. We've all known each other for a long time. There's 5 of us. Daniels is one of my good friends. We catch up every time. I'm in his city, he's in my city.
It's hard to see the puck small, so I didn't see it going to the goal until I heard everyone start yelling.
10-11 up right now. You got here. Respectable on the floor with Josh and
Australia now. You asked for the video
from the stat sheet.
Thank you for choosing Cavaliers. Direct flight to Rocket Arena. Today's altitude will reach 19,432 feet. Sit back, relax,
Chicago Bulls basketball presented by Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry. From the land known as Cleveland, OHIO, the Bulls and Cavs meet for the second time in 3 nights, this time in the Eastern Time Zone. Josh Giddey, Jared Allen, and Coby White, all contributors for their clubs on Wednesday as the Bulls came away with a 16-point victory over the Cavs on Wednesday. Adam Amin